this bit of treasure, this gift came at the right time, because I've just been musing on when the elders in our community, you know, it's like the last of the old guard go, the depth of that kind of shock or impact is massive, because it's a reminder for me that, you know, with them we're losing a way of life, we're losing stories that only they can tell, and that kind of tangible bridge and connection to the old world that actually it doesn't really exist anymore in our current age. You know, they are carriers of wisdom and experience that is useful for us going forward and navigating the uncertainty and the massive change that is kind of an undercurrent, and it's on the horizon as well. But yeah, those individuals are that kind of that bridge of living memory, oral tradition, songs, stories, and yeah, it's just a bit of a shock when they do go, because I don't know, these folk are they're kind of built different, so there's an element of that like rootedness and that steadfastness, and also when you've been on the planet a very long time, that sort of stubbornness as well. Like, you know, you have to be quite stubborn to stick around through all the madness, especially, you know, think about how quickly things have transformed and changed in the last like 60, 70 years. And these folk are built different, so there's part of you that thinks, oh, they're always going to be here, you know. Obviously, you know that's not true, but yeah. So when those folk do depart, it's like a massive loss to the community and to the tapestry of our oral tradition. And so that's what I was thinking about today, and feeling a bit heavy about it, and also that sense of the memories that you have associated with these folk. You know, somehow the stories that they have shared that have touched you and lit you up and nurtured your spark, and kept the peat stewer burning. There's that sense of like, okay, you're stepping forward, and that generational torch bearing, the passing over of responsibility, of upholding certain ideas, values, traditions, philosophies. and that can feel a bit intimidating. It can definitely feel a bit like, you know, I'm not ready for this, or and yeah, at that point we need to draw on the strength of these folk that have paved the way and that have inspired us. And you know, just because they're not there in the physical does not mean that we are not able to actually dig deep into the soil and dig deep into our roots and really come back to connecting. Connecting with our ancestors, however we choose to do that, through ritual practice, ceremony, just through holding some space and attention and, you know, calling them to memory. So this was a good gift today, and it's in perfect nick, and a good metaphor as well of, you know, the crown falls and then it must be passed on to the predecessors and the ones that are still here. So it's not all doom and gloom, but definitely I think it's just that reminder of end of an era, and that's definitely something to be celebrated and acknowledged, and just give a moment of nods to that, because this for me is very, very visceral, and feeling it very, very strongly that we're kind of on the cusp of stepping through a doorway, and that does require us to kind of leave some things behind.